crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
But now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Carr caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. Then he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chandler Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Forced out to, and a big loss here as he's taken. That is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even the greats.
Picked off. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. First down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Get some space. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and his throws. Abram able to make the play defensively.
Brings up third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
54, block 54. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming. Watch out. Check.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Raiders 7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go one more.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Check tight. Attack.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
38-yard line.
Mike, 57. Man, I got it.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Monday, down. 185. What we got?
On first down, it's Jacobs into the secondary again. And finally down at the 9. Yard line.
Let's go.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Second down and goal. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go, boys.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right?
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Just like that. Just kill. Watch quick. 93.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mahomes now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Mahomes going to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mahomes now on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 25 yards that time. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They go play action here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the catch made by Hopkins. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it, and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this route. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Attack! 61. Matchbox. Light. Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get out to the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now it's the backup, Newton. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And I think the ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, 7:34.
To throw again. Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he gets this down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
The Raiders take over
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here's Newton. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And oh, the Chiefs have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
29. Hey, Wahoo! Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Let him know, let him know.
Throwing again on second down. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Carr finds Williams. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Yeah. Mike 54.
Newton now to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On the counter, here's Bell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Newton steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. This is Bell. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hopkins dancing to his left. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw is Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Max Crosby and the Raider D, they get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs. The Chiefs now going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Carr now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's fourth down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working.